Alright kids, today I'm going to be reading you a biography called Becoming Bach by Leonard. This is a true story about someone's life. He was a very famous, and still is a very famous, musician. This is the dedication page, and it says, "For three strong women without whom this book wouldn't exist. My mother, Teresa, my agent, Libby, and my wife and muse, Rose." And this is all made out of musical notes. The illustrations in this book are beautiful. There was always music. Johann Ambros Bach. Music was always being played. When it wasn't being played, I heard it in my head. Johann Sebastian Bach, age 1. My family had been musicians for over 200 years. In our part of Germany, musicians were called Bachs. I always wanted to be a Bach. Johann Sebastian Bach, age 3. We would bring our instruments and play and sing on a hillside. Even our picnics had music. I learned to play the harpsichord, the trumpet, the violin, the flute, and the organ. And I sang in my strongest voice. After Mother and Father went to heaven, I needed to say things, but words weren't enough. I walked over 30 miles with my brother, Johann Jacob, to live with our oldest brother, Johann Christoph. He taught me music. Ohrdruf, 1694. That's the town he walked to in the year of 1694. I loved to copy music, but my brother hid the hard music from me. I found it when he was sleeping at night, and I copied it. All of it. The music made patterns on the page. The patterns made music when you played them. Patterns like the designs on my mother's dress. Patterns like the ripples on the surface of the river. New sounds, happy sounds, quiet sounds, yellow sounds, red sounds, blue sounds. All of the sounds in my head. I needed to make patterns, so I wrote music. Patterns of sounds, patterns of invention. Just 7 notes. Every note made a different sound. Oh, look at this, guys. Just 7 notes. 2 notes together made a different sound. 3 notes together made an even more different sound. What sounds could I make with 7 notes? I saw patterns everywhere I looked. When I got my first job as a church organist, I sat down at the organ. I looked at the massive pipes that seemed to rise up to the heaven above, the manuals on the keyboards all lined up in black and white, the pedals on the pedal board beneath my feet. I looked at the stops in rows like notes on a page. I pulled out all the stops. And I produced the largest sound possible, a sound that could be heard for miles. It was a mighty sound. It was a sound that would be heard forever. It was the sound in my head. And this boy is wearing a shirt that says Bach on it, the musician that we're actually learning about right now. It was then that I knew I had become a Bach, Johann Sebastian Bach. And when we get back to school, guys, this book is available for you to check out, and you can read all about his story, a little bit more of it here. It's very interesting. And that is our biography today. Thanks, bye.